The Writing on the Stars, A Geopolitical Cautionary Tale by Edward Lee Neal. This story is a work of speculative fiction, weaving together threads of real-world events, historical parallels, and imaginative speculation. While inspired by the explosion of SpaceX's Starship Flight 7, the Pacific Palisades Fires, and current geopolitical dynamics, this tale reimagines these occurrences as part of a cosmic parable, drawing on timeless themes of ambition, judgment, and humanity's quest for transcendence. It is a fantasy, not a prediction, an exploration of what could be through the lens of what is. It was the year 2025, a time of technological marvels and geopolitical turbulence. Humanity had reached higher into the heavens than ever before, yet shadows lingered on Earth, cast not only by the towering ambition of its leaders, but by the mounting tensions between nations. The Sagitta Arrow Flight 7 of the ambitious Space Treks program was hailed as the pinnacle of human ingenuity. Its mission was grand, to demonstrate interplanetary potential by orbiting Earth and splashing down in the Indian Ocean after a triumphant 90-minute journey. Its upper stage, Vessel 33, symbolized humanity's unyielding determination to conquer the stars. Yet, 8.5 minutes into the flight, the dream crumbled. A silent explosion in the vacuum of space left only glittering fragments, scattered across the Caribbean sky like shattered promises. The visionary and the warning. Evan Marcus, the enigmatic mind behind Space Treks, stood in his Texas headquarters, watching the telemetry feed go dark. His eyes betrayed no emotion, but deep within, he felt the pull of an unshakable premonition. The day had begun with a cryptic dream, numbers etched into his mind, 11/33, a staggering fraction, and a vision of a wall dividing the earth. The dream had ended with an unearthly voice whispering, "Remember what happened in the West." It wasn't the first time Marcus had felt the intangible hand of fate guiding his steps. The Pacific Palisades Fires that had erupted earlier in the week felt connected somehow. The media called them an accident, but whispers among the influential suggested otherwise. Marcus suspected more. A signal, a warning, but from whom or what? The writing on the wall. 2 days after the explosion, a discovery was made in an ancient Mayan temple deep in the Yucatan jungle. The temple, largely forgotten, had been uncovered following unusual seismic activity. On its crumbling walls, archaeologists found newly exposed carvings, a cryptic script that defied all known translations. The carvings displayed an eerie resemblance to modern aerospace schematics, as if the ancients had foretold humanity's journey to the stars. Among them were unmistakable numbers, 11, 33, and a celestial arc stretching toward the Indian Ocean. A line in an untranslated language ran beneath the symbols. When interpreted by an artificial intelligence algorithm, it produced an unsettling phrase. The wall will divide, the stars will fall, and a king will be weighed. Signs in the heavens. As Marcus studied the reports of the temple inscriptions, geopolitical tensions simmered. Russia, long a player in the great space race, had been increasing its influence in Mexico, subtly challenging the U.S. on its southern doorstep. Meanwhile, the International Space Station, a fragile symbol of cooperation, became a focal point of anxiety. Rumors spread of failing systems and stranded astronauts, their lifelines tethered precariously to the conflicts unfolding on Earth. The world grew restless as whispers of the inscription spread, amplified by the media. Religious leaders compared it to the biblical story of Belshazzar's feast, where divine judgment was written on the wall for the arrogant king. Scientists dismissed the notion, attributing the carvings to a forgotten Mayan prophecy. But Marcus couldn't shake the feeling that the writing was for him. The Wall and the Divide. In mid-May, a new crisis erupted. Satellite surveillance revealed clandestine meetings between Russian and Mexican officials near the Gulf of Mexico. Reports of a planned orbital weapons test by Russia emerged, coinciding with the scheduled SpaceX launch. Marcus's company found itself at the crossroads of technological ambition and political intrigue. Despite warnings from advisors, Marcus pushed forward. A new Sagitta-era Celestial Flight 8 was set to launch on June 7, 2025, precisely 137 days after the failure of Vessel 33. Marcus declared it a new era, but many saw it as hubris, an attempt to rewrite the narrative of failure. The Judgment. As the countdown to the June 7 launch began, the world watched with bated breath. The ISS crew, now wholly dependent on SpaceX for return transport, prepared for evacuation. The tensions on Earth mirrored those in the heavens, where human lives dangled like fragile threads in the cosmic web. On the day of the launch, strange phenomena began to unfold. A solar flare disrupted communications worldwide, grounding aircraft and blacking out cities. The Gulf of Mexico lit up with bioluminescent waves, a surreal glow that seemed to echo the writing on the temple walls. Moments before ignition, the ground beneath the Texas launch pad trembled. A deep fissure cracked through the concrete, stopping the countdown. As Marcus stared at the monitor, a final message appeared on the screen, written in glowing script no programmer could explain. You have been weighed. You have been measured. You have been found wanting. The aftermath. The launch was postponed indefinitely, but the tremor that split the pad sent ripples across the globe. Within days, Russia revealed its orbital weapon program, aligning itself with a coalition of nations challenging U.S. dominance. A mysterious hacker group claimed responsibility for the temple inscriptions, though no evidence could corroborate their claims. For Marcus, the events marked the end of an era. He withdrew from public life, retreating into obscurity as whispers of divine judgment followed him. The ISS crew was eventually rescued by a joint Russian-Chinese mission, signaling the decline of U.S. leadership in space. As the world reeled from the geopolitical shifts, scholars revisited the ancient inscriptions. Some saw them as warnings, others as prophecies. But in the silence of the cosmos, one truth remained clear. Humanity had once again reached for the stars, only to be reminded of its fragility. The moral of the story. In the hyperdimensional symphony of the universe, ambition and hubris walk hand in hand. Like the biblical tale of Belshazzar, the writing on the stars serves as a warning to those who seek to transcend boundaries without understanding their weight. The cosmos is vast, but it is not without judgment, and those who dare to defy its balance must be prepared to answer for their deeds. The end.
SpaceX said it will continue to review data to determine the root cause of the explosion. Incidents like this are not uncommon during rocket development.